EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Throwing to start here is Tua. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. One play in the end zone on the long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not get that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? No, I should say, covered well.
This taken in at the goal line. And off deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Thompson now, 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now Landry. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Tua now on first down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of... And that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Tua. This one caught by Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tua Tagovailoa. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down. Here's Thompson. Steps away to his left. He hits Adams complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The Raiders had 4 and 11 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go, or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Dorsett on the return. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Thompson on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Thompson back to the air once more. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield.
Touchdown! O.J. Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On first down, Tagovailoa. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Two and now on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as they have taken the lead. Tua going to try and throw for it, and he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead.
Raiders 14.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking to pass, Tua. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 14. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That's good for Las Vegas.
First down. Here's Thompson. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 16, Thompson. He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To the air again, Thompson. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. To try again after the sack. Tua under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken from about the 12. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't
And now here is another interception. And the Niners are going to take possession of the...
Accepted by the 49ers. They'll take over first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. 10 seconds.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Raiders 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Thompson.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 85 yards. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Tua's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. action. Here's Tua. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's a nice job there knowing what his options are. He's out of the pocket to his left. And I thought maybe he'd think about running with this one, but he uses his vision instead. Finds his man on the left sideline, and they convert on third down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
And the 49ers first down.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
He's got Ayuk once again, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Watch out now, 52.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success going the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That's complete out left to Ayuk. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Raiders 29.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around at 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. The clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Here's Pierce. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Shoves, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
To throw again on second down. Thompson. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Thompson on 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Thompson back to the air once more. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have
to a hit, and the ball is out.
And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are in the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's got room. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
On the double.
A handoff. McCaffrey running right. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, San Francisco.
Tua going to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 21 yards.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Taken from about the 12. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Thompson's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Again, Thompson's going to throw this.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
San Francisco.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Raiders 36. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep.
It's caught inside the 25. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
One final try for Thompson.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Niners,
they get back to 500 at 8-8 with one game.